with your current business at the moment, how do you see AI changing ERP implementations over the next 5 years, and especially for SMEs?
Oh, yeah, 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 no. Thank you for that. Yeah, so I'd say I've been telling companies, I'm not for 20 years, but for about the last 10 or 12 years, that they really need to have pristine data, right? There's no overspend, or overdoing, data quality, right? And one of the reasons is because that data becomes so applicable to many places. Now, the reason I started this, saying this 12 years ago wasn't so much because of AI, which was but a very tiny concept, 12 years ago. We didn't really talk about it, but it was because of the concepts of middleware and data migration and cloud migrations, right? But then a few years after that, we started to realize that same rule applied for AI. If your data isn't amazing, your AI isn't going to be nearly as effective, right? And people say, well, what about data, cleaning AI tools? Well, you have to still define what clean data means. So, you got to go through that process. But other than that, for AI, I break it up into two pieces. George, I break it up into AI that's embedded in a tool, like an ERP tool, but even other, like let's say some sort of pipeline management tool, right? And so knowing what AI functionality and features are built in is going to completely change your system design and your process, going back to process inventory, right? If you don't document and inventory your process, how are you going to identify all those areas where AI can help in the system you just procured that has all this AI capability, right? And then there's the other side, which is the rollout method. What AI tools are you using to manage and to deploy, even to select, but really to implement your ERP system? So those are the two pieces I would say a company needs to be wary of. And if they really think it through, then they'll identify more and better ways to apply AI. They won't be the frontier or the guinea pig. They'll be someone like a fast follower who's doing something that's been established effectively by somebody else.
One thing that I've been really excited about for this conversation with you, Jonathan, is let's talk about implement ERP AI. What problem were you trying to solve when you created the platform, and how does it help organizations approach ERP differently?